All right, boys, welcome back to the GBU. This time we are facing KJ in week 7 in a win or go home. Essentially, unfortunately, we lost the role to Lars last week. Still a little bit upset about that, but we did move down to 2 and 4, which unfortunately is one of my worst performances this generation. So we're looking to turn that around. We have to keep our playoff hopes alive by winning today and then winning next week against Killa. So I think we have the team to do that. I think I built a very good team into KJ here. But I'm gonna do a little quick breakdown of it. I don't really feel like doing a team builder, to be completely honest. So we're just gonna talk about the team overall. KJ's team should be popping up on screen, and to be completely honest with you, I think we match up against all of his top threats very, very well. Roaring Moon, we have Clefable for, and we also have Klefki in the back. Manaphy isn't too big of a problem with the combination of Snorlax, Clefable, even Slowbro G. We revenge it really easily with Ogerpon. It's not really something I'm worried about. The worst that it could be is a Scarf set. I'm not really worried about a setup set. And the Amorous is a little bit of a problem. It is probably the mon that we deal with the worst, but between Slowbro, Galar, Snorlax, and Iron Jugu, I think we deal with it well enough on top of Klefki. So the 6 Pokemon that I think he's going to bring, I still think he's going to bring all of those top threats to try to overwhelm us. I think he has to bring a Fizdef Corviknight as some sort of a check to our Weavile. I think he has to bring Breloom because that mon does extremely well into me. And then his last slot is extremely up in the air. I could see Alolan Ninetales, I could see Palisand, I could see Mesprit, or I could see Armarouge. Armarouge makes sense to be an Ogerpon check. Alolan Ninetales makes sense because of Freeze Dry, and Palisand and Mesprit makes sense because Palisand has rocks and can also block Spin, and Mesprit has rocks and can also be Colbur to catch the Weavile off guard with a Drain Punch. So both those Pokemon make sense, and we do have to play around that. I had a really hard time deciding on the 6th Pokemon slot. The other 5 were pretty much guaranteed, but I'm gonna talk about him a little bit now. We've got Ogerpon again, who doesn't have a nickname, and that really frustrates me. But we've got Ogerpon again. We are gonna be Ogerpon Fire, and we're gonna be a Swords Dance Trailblaze set this week. All we really need is Fire plus Fairy coverage in this matchup to win the game. Trailblaze hits Manaphy plenty hard enough. Play Rough hits the Roaring Moon. Once we get a Trailblaze off, this Pokemon does some damage. The one downside to this set would be Armarouge before it Teras, but I think we have a lot of ways to force out that Tera, so I'm not too worried about that. We then have a Breaker Weavile. We're just going to be Banded, Shard, Crash, Knock, and Metal Claw, actually. Metal Claw to hit both the Enamorous and the Metal Claw to hit the Alolan Ninetales. And the Shard is very important because it out-prioritizes a non-Scarf Mach Punch from the Breloom. Our next set, I had a lot of fun building this set. This was one of the most fun sets I've had in a long time. We're going to be AV the Broadster, our Galarian Slowbro here with Gunk, Brick Break, Flamethrower, and Shadow Ball. Gunk is super free into our opponent. Brick Break breaks the screens from the Alolan Ninetales. Flamethrower does significant damage to what I assume will be a Fizdef Corviknight. And Shadow Ball lets us hit a non-Tera Armarouge, the Mesprit, and the Palisand for real damage. The only downside of this set is the fact that we don't have a Psychic move to hit the Muck. This Pokemon is a great blanket check to specifically Enamorous, but it also helps versus the Manaphy. Our next set, we're going to be Unaware Clefable to check the Roaring Moon, mostly Fizdef, and we're just going to have Rocks, Wish, Protect, and Moonblast. Try to keep our Pokemon alive with Wish. We then have a Curse, Resto, Chesto, Snorlax, and this is not the win con by any means. It's Ogerpon primarily, but this set does very well in the matchup. Most of his threats are going to be special, and the ones that aren't are going to have a little bit of a hard time breaking us once we get a curse off. The only stipulation is that we have to deal with Breloom in some way before that, but Body Slam plus Heat Crash deals with a majority of his team, and I didn't really need the last 2 moves. I did debate on Encore Protect with leftovers, but I ultimately decided Resto Chesto with Curse is going to be optimal, and we are going to be thick fat for that Armarouge. And then lastly, we're going to be a Tera Poison Iron Yugi list. This is our guaranteed lead. We're going to lead it, get our Tera off. It matches up really well into the 4 Pokemon that I think could be led in Breloom, Alolan Ninetales, Palossand, and Mesprit. We can top turn 1 pretty much guaranteed because we don't have removal on this team, and we don't have any boots on our 3 Rock Weak Pokemon. You turn for Momentum, Dark Pulse for General Stab, and then Tera Blast Poison for the Alolan Ninetales, Enamorous, and the Breloom. And that is going to be the team, guys. We are going to try to get Unga Bunga here, Ogerpon, into a position to win the game. And I think we can do that pretty well. If Snorlax just so happens to find himself in a position to win the game as well, great. We can break with Weavile. We have good walls that we have to keep alive with Clefable. I think it's a good team. Let me know what you guys think. And without further ado, we will go ahead and jump into this match. All right, boys. We got to win this game. Couldn't tell, a little bit burnt out, but I think we're ready for this one. He brings pretty much what we expected. No Breloom is massive, though. It makes me look like a fool for having safety goggles on my Jugu. I am still going to lead Jugu, I think. I think I still lead Jugu. Ooh, the Palisand makes me kind of want to leave Weavile. I think Weavile matches up really well into everything. However, I think getting the Tera off with Jugu is still very important. So we are going to leave Jugu here. We're facing KJ. If you missed the team build, I did a little half-ass thing in the beginning. Be sure to check that out. So no Breloom, and instead he brings the Armor Rouge. And he did say the type. He is Grass, Tera Grass. Okay, so he's Tera Grass Armor Rouge. That makes our life very easy with Mold Breaker Ogerpon. So we want to bait that Tera out as soon as possible. We actually have all 5. We have 5 out of 6 Pokemon that really bully Tera Grass. What was Tera Grass for? I am not positive. Rotom Wash, I suppose. We're going to jump in here. We're going to try to get our Tera off immediately. If he leads Palisand, we're going to get the Taunt off. And we are going to prevent rocks. We do not want to see him get those rocks up. And if he leads Palisand, we're probably not going to immediately Tera. I think would probably be ideal. Have fun to KJ, man. It's a win or go home. Essentially, we need this one very desperately. So that's what we're going to try to do. Oblivion. That sounds like a Palisand. It is indeed a Palisand. We are just going to go for the Taunt here. And then we're probably going to Tera and U-turn the following turn, I think, would be the ideal sequence of events here. So we're going to get this Taunt off. No rocks for you unless you're Mental Herb, in which case, great prep. In which case, great prep if you're Mental Herb. You are not, and you were rocks. Fantastic to know. Stealth Rock. Okay. We're now going to Tera, I think. Right? We're going to Tera, because this is the only Pokemon that I don't want to be Terra'd against. Yes, we're going to Tera, and we are going to U-turn. This is definitely our play. We get momentum on whatever wants to come in. He does not have great Dark Pulse switch-ins. It might just be the Enamorous, but because I'm Tera Poison, I don't know that he'll necessarily want to do that. He is going to switch out here. We get to see what his initial pivot is. Maybe Corviknight? Cupid, that's Enamorous, okay. We get the Tera Poison off. And he cannot do that ever again. We do want to prevent the Palisand from coming in as much as possible. We go Weavile this following turn. And we can knock off. Oh, shoot. Actually, if this is Scarf, that could pose a problem. And Scarf would make a lot of sense in this matchup. What is my safest play? Probably the Broadster, right? But the Broadster lets Palisand in. And Palisand gets rocks up. So I don't necessarily want to do that. I think Weavile is my safest play. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Weavile here. If he's Scarf, he does Oko us, and I'm not really wanting to find out if he's Scarf this way. We're going to Scout the Scarf, undoubtedly. I mean, Shard damn near kills him. Not quite, but it does. What's his initial pivot into this would be Corviknight. So I think Ogerpon makes a lot of sense. It also, I think just going right back into Jugu makes a whole lot of sense here. Because if he stays in with this, he's going to Superpower or Moonblast. Jugu catches the Corviknight. But not particularly. Corviknight's a little annoying. I think I go Jugu. I'm overthinking it a little bit too much. I go Jugu, and we get to see if he is Scarf or not. He very well could be Scarf. If he's Scarf, this gives us U-turn momentum. If he goes Corviknight, then you got me. You got me, man. We go Jugu. He is probably going to be Scarf. Fantastic information. So he has Superpower. 331. Superpower. 331 down to 284. 47 damage. What can we learn about that? Superpower. This is great information. I'm very glad we scouted that. Superpower to Tera Poison. 47 damage. It's going to be no invest. It's going to be no invest Timid. Okay, so we can do a couple different things here. I think Tera Blast Poison is free, but I also think U-turning is absolutely free. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the U-turn here. You shouldn't stay in. He is not going to stay in. We get to find out his initial pivot, which is probably the Corviknight. I assume. It's actually going to be right back into the Palisand. Okay, so we're going to U-turn, and now we're going to get into Weavile. And we're going to click a button. I assume we Oko this, right? Palisand for Banded. No, we don't. I can go Ogerpon. Make him really... What does this do to Ogerpon? I can go Ogerpon and Sword Stance. Is it a little early for that? Maybe. Forces out the Arm Rouge and prevents rocks, though, which is mainly what I want to do here. But also going Weavile might just be worth it. Crash twice. Is Weavile or Ogerpon the play, man? I actually am not sure. Ogerpon, I get a Swords Dance off. If he gets rocks, I get 2 Swords Dance off. I think Weavile's the play. I'm gonna go Weavile. I think I go Weavile and Crash. Yeah, I think I go Weavile and Crash here. Trying to think. Corviknight, if he's Fizdef. I mean, maybe Knockoff is the play, but if he's cold, I like the flinch chance. We're gonna go for Crash here. We're gonna see what his initial counterplay is. He is gonna stay in here. We go for Crash. We're gonna do some massive damage to this. He is probably gonna get rocks up unless we get the flinch. He does get the rocks up, so that is extremely annoying that he gets the rocks up. Very good pivot onto my Jugu. So I can Crash again, punish a Corviknight. We have to play very cautiously now, but we do have the Wish Pass with Clefable. I think I don't overthink it, and I just go for the Crash again. I think Crash is certainly my play. These rocks are going to get super annoying. Weavile... these rocks are so annoying, man. It's a great pivot on my U-turn on Jugu. I wish I would have just stayed in, though. Went for the Tera Blast. I should have. Draft League player clicks U-turn. So that mon's damn near dead. That mon's at like 10 HP. He goes into Alolan Ninetales here. What? I did not write down this Pokemon. What does he not have that I thought he would have? Oh, Roaring Moon. I mean, that makes sense. Ninetales Alola. Okay. So we can go Glowbro here, I think is the play, and go for the Brick Break. I think that's the safest play. How much did we do to that Pokemon? Ninetales Alola. We did, like, about what we expected. He's probably not any HP. Not HP invested. Aurora Veil. I'm just going to go for the Brick Break here, I think. I don't know if you go into Palisand here to sack that off. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I think you go Corviknight. I'm going to Brick Break. I don't think you go Palo. If you go Palisand, then I am going to Shadow Ball the following turn, I guess. Man, oh man. I think Brick Break's certainly my best play. I don't think you go Palisand. I'll be shocked if you go Palisand. He does go Palisand. Okay. That's not what I expected at all. So we're able to get Palisand out, though. And he's not going to do that much damage to us at all. We can get the Shadow Ball off. Or, yeah, we could get the Shadow Ball off. He can't really do damage to Snorlax, though. We go Snorlax and start cursing up. That might be worth it, actually. I think it might be worth it to go hard Snorlax. Yeah, I think it's worth it to go hard Snorlax here. We go Oboe. He's going to shore up. I'm fine with this. So we wouldn't have killed with the Broadster anyway. Especially because Veil is out. So I curse here. I think Curse is my best play. He's going to swap out. We're going to see what his initial pivot into this is. The Corviknight. Okay. Snorlax at +1 defense and +1 attack. Corviknight. I mean, I can honestly just keep... I can keep pushing past this with... the combination of Curse plus Heat Crash. I'm going to just do that, in fact. I'm going to do this... until I'm told that I cannot. We learn a little bit about his set. We learn if he's taunt or what the case may be. I'm going to Curse again. He's going to bulk up. Okay, this is fine. I think a +6/+6 versus +6 Corviknight. So +2 attack, Heat Crash. Ugh, we might lose this game. This exchange here. This is not my favorite position to be in. He's going to get to +2 here. I mean, we can Heat Crash and find out if he's Fizdef or not. If he's Fizdef, we don't two-shot. If he is not Fizdef, we do two-shot. So we're going to Heat Crash here. We're going to find out a little bit about his set. He's going to go for the bulk up again. So we're going to get the Heat Crash off. Probably find out that he's Rocky. He is going to be massively Fizdef. He's going to be leftovers. I'm gonna go for another Heat Crash here. I think. Do I lose this game right now? How much does Jugu do? I think I have ways around this. How much does Jugu do with a Dark Pulse? 33%. I think it's in my best interest to Heat Crash again. He's gonna bulk up again. I Heat Crash. I put him at a point to where he has to go for the Roost. There's a lot of damage. He has to go for the Roost. Bulk up. We're gonna assume Roost body press. That last move is super important. I think I go for a body slam para potentially here. Do I try to boost with him? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I go for the body slam para here. We don't get it. Okay. I'm flustered. I think I just lose the game. Yeah, I'm going for the para on this. This makes it slower than Slowbro Gala, right? Wow, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought. Hit the para, please? No. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. We wouldn't even be faster. Yes, we would. We would actually be faster. Unless he's any speed on his Corviknight, we would be faster with Slowbro. Oh, that's frustrating. I mean, I can go hard into Glowbro right now. I think that's my best play. I'm going hard into Glowbro because if he is Iron Head, Body Press, and the Iron Head doesn't kill me. Right? No, Body Press and the Iron Head doesn't kill me. If he's Brave Bird, he does kill me. He takes Recoil. We go Jugu. He's going to Body Press again. We Flamethrower, get some good damage off here. Unless he's Brave Bird, in which we get some good recoil. We're gonna Flamethrower. He is gonna be Brave Bird, so he can't hit Corviknight, or he can't hit Cliff Ableton. I can go Clef and stall him out of moves, but I think Bulk Up has way more PP than we'll ever stall past. Yeah, 32. I think the game's just over. I think we have to just go for a Weavile Flinch at this point. I think this is genuinely the only thing we can do. Jugu Dark Pulse Flinch, I think, might be the better play. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for a Jugu Dark Pulse Flinch. I don't know, man. I didn't expect this at all. Okay, this should be in range of Weavile. Oh, not Weavile. I went into the wrong mon. I did not mean to click on Weavile, dude. Oh, we have to get a flinch now because I just threw. I did not mean to go Weavile. I was calking Weavile, but I meant to go into Ogerpon. Ogerpon killed this guaranteed. We just gotta get a flinch, I guess. I don't know. This was not what I meant to go into. I meant to go into Ogerpon. He actually switches out. He switches out. Fantastic. Okay, so there's still a game, I guess. He's gonna go back into this. We're gonna crash. Wait, why did he switch out? Because he switched out, we actually still have a chance to win with Ogerpon. I really don't want the Veil to get up. I'm going to go for the flinch here. We're going to see if we get it. He gets the Aurora Veil off. Okay. So, I can crash again. But he just goes Manaphy. I think I go hard into Oboe here. I think Oboe's my best play. It covers the Armouge. It covers the Manaphy. The only thing it doesn't cover, if he goes Corviknight, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to go hard Ogerpon, I guess. And try my best. He's going to Moonblast here. We should shoot 2 of these. Why? Why do we not shoot 2 of those? What? Okay, well, the game is over because I had a lot... I didn't even calc this. I'm beyond tilted. We're going to go for the rest here. We're not going to get it. I mean, I think our only play here is to go Ogerpon, Swords Dance. We have to stall out the Aurora Veil somehow. I mean, we can go Weavile and Knockoff, actually. That probably kills this, right? I would assume. Yeah. I think my only play is to go Weavile is to Knockoff. It doesn't let the Corviknight in. It doesn't let the Palisand in. It doesn't let the Manaphy in. And even if it forces, I think, Enam in after. Like, he should sack this. He should go Enam. We knock off. We're going to get a KO here on this Pokemon. So Weavile is going to pick up a KO. So he goes Enam here. We have to go Clefable. Even if he 2 KOs us. Pretty sure he's Scarf based on how he was playing it earlier. Looks like it's a roll to 2 KO us with Scarf. With non-boosting item. After leftovers and rocks. Actually going to go right back into the Palisand here. So, behind the Aurora Veil, what can he do to me? Can he Oko me with anything? What does this Mon get to do damage to me? I mean, Earth Power does put me in range guaranteed to die to whatever, to die to pretty much anything else. I really value this Pokemon still. I really, really value Weavile still. However, I don't think I have another play, because if I go Clefable, I let in the Corviknight. I think I have to knock off. Unfortunately. I think I have to knock off, unfortunately. He's Colbur. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? It was a crit? Okay. Snitch is trying his best. He's gonna Earth Power. We can no longer switch out. It shouldn't kill us, though. We can no longer switch out. No more Aurora Veil. We knock off and we kill something. Or we knock off the Scarf of Enamorous. So down goes Palisand. I just don't think we have the tools. We just don't have the tools to beat Armarouge. Quite simply. That is going to be the problem, no matter what, is Armarouge here. He's going to go on to this. So is my play to keep Weavile as a sack piece? Or to see what he locks into and then go Ogre Man? I think it's to see what he locks into and potentially go Ogre Man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No Yachi, okay. We did massive damage there. Superpower. Okay. So in that case... In that case, it's not Ogre Man's time to set up then, huh? Could be, actually. Actually, realistically, this is probably the only time we're going to have to set Ogerpon up. So we're going to go into Ogerpon. We're going to get a Sword Stance off here. Yeah, we're going to Sword Stance here. He goes Armarouge. He should. He actually lets us get a Sword Stance off. Earth Power. Does that do a KO me? 228, 116. 112? Why did that not do damage to me? Specs. He has one roll ever to kill us from here. And if we Swords Dance, we have a roll to kill Armarouge with Ivy Cudgel. Does he have any priority on his entire team? No. We Swords Dance again. And we pray that we can kill the Armarouge in one. Small roll, but we have the capabilities to do so. So we're at +4. He's at +1 defense. Trailblaze does not kill this. We have to Ivy Cudgel. Down goes Cupid. This sucks because if we were last move a Power Whip, I think we win. We Oko the Armarouge. Yeah, if we were last move, I mean, it depends on how much HP investment he is. I mean, we have a small roll. In one world, we have a 6.3% chance to Oko. We can kill this. Actually, what are his last two Pokemon? Wait. If he's not Scarf, then I think we just won. Because of Mold Breaker. He has to be Scarf, right? No, he's not. Does Mold Breaker not go through Flash Fire? What? This Pokemon's moves and their effects of... Why did that not work? What am I not understanding here? Why did that not work? We're gonna throw up a Wish. We can never beat Corviknight. Are we any speed investment? We're no speed investment. We're just going to try to get this over with then, I think. We're just going to go for the Moonblast. There's no point in dragging this on. I am extremely confused as to why that happened. He just OHKOs us too. Good game with KJ. I am beyond confused why my Mold Breaker Ogerpon did not go through Flash Fire. John in the future here. Apparently, Ability Shield blocks Mold Breaker. Specifically just Mold Breaker. I had no idea of this. Shout out to KJ. That was an amazing build and amazing prep. I had no idea of this. Super unfortunate that our GBU season ended that way, but that is kind of what happened there. No idea. I just thought Ability Shield blocked. I wouldn't have thought of that even if I knew that. I wouldn't have even thought of Ability Shield. But I only thought it stopped swapping abilities. I had no idea it specifically targeted Mold Breaker. That is very, very dumb in my opinion. But it is what it is. It was great prep by KJ to know that and to utilize that. I played horribly. He definitely deserved the win. Our GBU season is unfortunately over. Thank you guys for all the support. I mean, we still have a game next week, but it doesn't really matter. We might just throw something together. Thank you guys so much for watching. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.